Today we're going to be talking about direct variation. Okay, direct variation graphs. Direct variation graphs are in the form y equals kx, where k doesn't equal 0. Y equals kx passes through the origin. Okay, the slope is positive if k equals 0. Conveniently, that k, that's the slope. And the slope is negative if k is less than 0. Again, that k, that's going to be the slope of our graph. So our rise over our run. Okay, name the constant of variation in the equation, then find the slope of the line that passes through the two pair of points. Okay, so the constant of variation. We had y equals kx was our general formula. Y equals 2x. Hey, that's my constant of variation. K equals 2, that's my constant of variation. Now finding slope. We have 2 points. One of them is 0, 0. And one of them is 1, 2. So we do 2 minus 0. Our slope is 2 minus 0, or 1 minus 0. Which, I know why I wrote m there, because I wasn't thinking. This is equal to 2. So our constant of variation, and our slope end up being the same thing. Okay, name the constant of variation in the equation, then find the slope of the line through the pair of points. So remember, we had y equals kx. Y equals negative 4x. So, in this, our constant of variation is 4. Our constant of variation, I should say, is negative 4. We have 2 points, 0, 0. And we have the point 1, negative 4. So y2, negative 4 minus 0 over 1 minus 0, negative 4. So our slope, again, is equal to our constant of variation. Okay, this is a really good question. This is where you're going to see a lot of this. And this is an easier application. Our book has some different, more challenging applications. So suppose y varies directly as x. So that statement right there, you know you have to use that equation. And y equals 9 when x equals 3. Write a direct variation equation that relates x and y. So that means that we need to solve for k. So I plug in 9 for y. I plug in negative 3 for x. And I solve. Okay, so writing that equation, y equals negative 3x. Because I solve now for k. And our direct variation questions always have an x and a y in them. So use the direct variation equation to find x when y equals 15. So I have y equals negative 3x. I want to plug in when y equals 15. So y equals 15. I solve this. I divide by negative 3. So x ends up equaling negative 5. Okay? And that's our video on direct variation.